So today we're going to talk about something a little different. It's a unique and really quiet kind of family pain. It's not the loud, dramatic stuff that comes from big fights, but that silent ache you feel when you realize you've simply been forgotten.
And this quote, wow, it just hits you right in the gut, doesn't it? It's the entire heart of the story we're exploring today. It's this profound feeling of being on the outside of your own family, just looking in. And you'd be surprised how many people know exactly what this feels like.
All right, let's really get into this. The main idea here is something pretty powerful. That being treated like an afterthought, like you're just an option, that can actually cut way deeper than if someone was just outright angry with you. So, when the person who wrote this first shared her family story online, she probably wasn't expecting a huge reaction. But then something happened. People started asking for updates. And that's when she realized, oh, this isn't just my story. It was this shared, quiet experience that so many others were feeling too. The thing is, this feeling of being forgotten, it's usually built on a foundation of total silence. The whole family dynamic is a huge part of this, and it's really all about what isn't being said. Think about it, right? In a lot of families, when you have a conflict, maybe there's yelling, you ask tough questions, but at least there's a chance to work things out. But in this family, it's the complete opposite. Anger doesn't lead to a conversation, it leads to a giant wall of silence. And if you dare to ask why, it just pushes everyone further away. And here's a perfect, almost textbook example. After she posted online about how hurt she was, what did she get? Not a phone call, not a discussion. She got weeks of nothing. Total radio silence, like she just vanished. And the only thing that broke it was this kind of reluctant, half-hearted apology from her dad before everything just snapped right back to normal. But, you can only be silenced for so long. This next part is the big turning point. The moment where she decided she was done playing by their silent rules and was going to find her own voice. No, this wasn't like flipping a switch. It was a long journey. It all started 6 years ago when she went to therapy. That really laid the foundation for her to get the courage to write that first post last year. And then, finally, after this past Christmas, she just started speaking her mind, whether they wanted to hear it or not. And this is what's so wild. Here she is, actively working on herself, growing, building this whole new life in a new city with amazing friends. But back home, nothing, absolutely nothing had changed. The family system was just stuck. You know how sometimes there's that one moment, or in this case two, where all the fog just lifts and everything suddenly clicks into place? Well, for her, that's exactly what happened. Two events made her place in her own family painfully, undeniably clear. The first one was a big milestone, her 30th birthday. I mean, that's a big deal, right? It's a day you expect the people closest to you to celebrate. Instead, from her family, it was met with almost total indifference. Just crickets. But this second one, honestly, this is the one that's just a gut punch. She invited her father to her graduation, another huge life achievement. And his response wasn't "I'll be there." It was, "I can't commit, a better plan might come up." Her brother had said yes at first, but that slowly turned into a maybe too. And just like that was it. The penny dropped. There were no more excuses to make, no more gray areas. The truth was just stark, simple. She wasn't their priority, and she never had been. But hold on, because this isn't where the story just ends in sadness. Not at all. In fact, this brutal realization is actually where the final and most empowering chapter really begins. It's all about finding peace. It's a funny thing about a painful truth like this. Once you finally stop running from it and just face it, it starts to lose its power over you. The real source of the pain wasn't just how they acted. It was that constant, exhausting hope that maybe, one day, they'd be different. Letting go of that hope, well, that was freedom. And this right here is the ultimate lesson. This isn't about giving up. It's not about losing some kind of family battle. Accepting that her family just can't give her what she needs isn't a defeat. It's the beginning of a real, quiet, and profound peace. So what does that peace actually look like in real life? Well, this year for Christmas, there are no big family plans on the calendar. But that empty space, it isn't scary anymore. Because now it's filled with the people who do choose her every single day. Her friends, her chosen family.
And that leaves us with this one last really powerful question to think about. It kind of challenges everything we're taught about family loyalty, and it asks us to look at it from a different angle. Is walking away from a family that doesn't choose you a sign of weakness? Or is it maybe the bravest, most final act of choosing yourself?